Hi everybody, welcome to live sessions. I'm gonna bring this down just a sec. It's a little bit. I feel like it's too high. Welcome to Tuesday. We have the amazing Alyssa on tonight. She's gonna share with us her music. She's got new music out. So I'm excited. It gave me an excuse to wear her hat. Hey, there she is. Hey!
Hi, how are you?
How's it going, friend?
Good. How are you? I love the hat. I got it and I was like, oh, look at the hat.
I was like, oh, I have an excuse to wear it now.
I love it. Oh my gosh, it looks so good on you.
Thank you. I was like,
I love
I gotta
it.
pull off the blue with it though. I was thinking purple, but blue works.
I think the blue looks nice with it. And for anyone watching, if you want a Alyssa Coulter hat, we sell them for $20 at alyssacoulter.com.
There we go. I was gonna say it, but you killed it with it, so there you go. How have you been, my friend?
I'm gonna turn this up a little bit because there we go. I've been good. I've been super busy.
Oh no.
Super hectic over the past month or so, getting back into the swing of getting music out and getting business rolling again.
Yes.
I always am so thrown off by how hectic it gets. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, this is a lot.
You guys have had a little bit of a break, so now it's time to get back in the swing of things.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I didn't think that I was taking a break because I was but every single time I release a new song, it gets more and more hectic because I just see my fan base growing, which is such a blessing and so cool to watch and see. But I'm like, okay, breathe, Liz, you're okay. You can breathe.
I love it. So how have you been, since the last time I saw you, how's the writing process going? And have you got big plans now? I mean, you want to tell us a little bit since last time? It's been a minute since we saw you last.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a hot minute for sure.
Yeah.
I've been writing a little bit. I think again, I just been super focused on this release, which actually, this is the first time I'm cutting another writer's song, which is such an honor. I never thought that I'd have the opportunity to cut someone else's song. And it is probably the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'm just here holy crap, someone is trusting me with their emotions and their work. And the cool part about it is I feel those same exact emotions about the song. I'm I have to make this the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be able to do that. But I also have some really cool songs that I'm going to be releasing at the more towards the second half of the year that are written by me, which I'm also really excited to share because those are it's stuff that came from my emotion specifically and stuff like that. So it's been kind of all over the place, but I'm just excited to get music out. I cannot express that enough.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear new stuff from you. How did it happen that you got this song?
Yeah, so my management consultant, Jordan Elliott, is absolutely incredible, and she's from Canada, and she has connections to a few Canadian writers who have written on Mickey Guyton's EP. So it's Allie, Emily, and Karen Kozowski, and they're all absolutely amazing writers. A few of them were on, again, Mickey Guyton's EP, which was cool, and she was like, hey, I have some songs that I want to pitch to you. She's like, I want you to be able to connect them 110% when you pick one. Let me know what you think. And I was like, yeah, all right. And I was listening through, and I was like, oh, this is me right now, right this second. And still, it still is me right this second. The song, so the song's called Alone With You, and it's essentially, the lyrics are, sometimes I want to be alone, sometimes I'm better on my own, and then it kind of rounds about in the end saying, I'm okay being alone, but to tell you the truth, I want to be alone with you. And for me, it's really big, this concept of I'm a very independent person, but when someone comes into my life or when someone does come into my life, I have to be open and ready for this next step of, okay, I want to trust my heart with you. Let's go for it. I just want to be with you. And I know that a lot of people can take the song in a lot of different ways, but for me, that's what it means to me. It means okay, I'm okay being alone 100%. I'm a very independent person, but I actually want to be alone with you, and I'm going to trust that. And so I'm excited to put out this type of song. So I'm excited.
So what is that for you when you take on somebody else's music? Do you have a process you go through, like to just listen to it over and over and try and get into the character of the song, or
Yeah.
is there something that you do to be able to do that, or since this is the first one, I guess it would be different, but I mean, I would imagine it would be kind of a process. Is there a process, or is it just like, sure dude, I'll take it?
Yeah, so for me, it was like, so this, especially this project, this specific project was really big because it was the first time I was thinking about what I wanted my brand to be as an artist. Like when I released a song,
Yeah.
not just within like my personal brand, but like the musical brand that I'm putting out.
Yeah.
Previously, I put out music and I did it for my fans, and I've loved those songs so much. They have a very important place in my heart, but they weren't what I wanted my future to look like.
Yeah.
And so I had to say, okay, we need to listen to these songs. We need to make sure they're 100% like, did Alyssa Coulter experience this? Like, did I as a human experience this?
Yeah.
Is this something that I've gone through? And is it something that, or is it something that I'm going through right now? Like, what is this? Like, what does this mean? What is it meaning to me? How can other people interpret it? Can it mean one? And I think the biggest thing for me is a lot of times I write songs and it means one very specific thing for me, but everyone else sees it in a very different way.
Yeah.
And I'm able to do that with this song. And I think that's something that makes me super excited, is that I am able to be like, this is what this song means to me, and I bet you guys weren't thinking that. And like, I just love that concept because I get to like show what, this song means to me, but other people can also relate to their situation. So like overall, for me, it's just finding songs that really relate to me and who I am as a person, and making sure that I can 100% tell the story behind what the meaning is for myself.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's what's important. So I always have to give my songs to a singer because I don't sing. So, I totally, on the flip side, I kind of know, but you as the artist, you're on both sides though. So like, you are the artist who writes songs, yet you're also the artist who kind of takes on everybody else's too. So
Yeah.
is it harder to be that artist than doing it yourself and trying to step into those shoes? Or is it, is it kind of easier?
I think it's the same. Like, I think for me, it's just, if the song doesn't 100, if I couldn't have written the song because it doesn't relate to me, I'm not going to choose the song, right? So like, for me, it's just like, I shouldn't have to step into the song per se. I should just feel the song as myself. But on the other end of that, when it comes to like the sales and marketing side, like, you're like, holy crap, this person is trusting me with their emotions, with their feelings, and I want to make these people proud. I want to show these people that I can show off their art and their song in a beautiful way. Yeah. And so I feel like, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't really come down to like, do I have to step into the shoes? Because essentially the song is like something I almost wish I had written. That's how much I respect the song. But it comes down to like, okay, how are we going to put this out there so everyone can hear it and this song gets the praise it's supposed to get?
Yeah. Do you feel kind of a weight or a responsibility?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. But it's a really cool, I don't think I've ever felt this cool about having like, I'm like, oh, like I get to cut a song, so excited. Like, it's a lot of responsibility, but I think like the excitement of how excited you are about the song, like, definitely outweighs like the feeling of responsibility.
Yeah.
But it's like anything, like, it's more of an honor. Like, it really is an honor, like, for someone to trust you with their emotions.
Yeah, I can imagine. Has it been just like from the beginning, were you a part of this song as it started, or were you just at the end where they decided who was going to sing it?
I was just at the end. My Jordan, my management consultant, was like, here are some songs, take a look. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And I sat down one day and I listened to about like 20 songs for about a few hours. And I was like, the first time I heard it, it was probably like maybe like number 15 or 16. And it was like one of the first ones that I had written on my list. And I was like, this is one of them. This is one of them right here. So.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think it's so great that you're able to take on that emotion and be able to make it your own, kind of, so that you can give back to the artist who wrote it and be able to speak it to the people through you, have it through you, come through you.
Yeah.
And do you, as something that I'm imagining you'll probably perform at some point, how, I'm sorry. you know, is this something that will go into your kind of regular routine, or is it going to be something trying to keep her from jumping, or she's going to knock
No,
everything
you're
off?
fine. You're fine.
Go this way, down. Uh, is it going to be something that you're going to keep in your routine, or is it just kind of a one-off of just kind of taking it on?
No, this will be as if it was a song that I wrote. I think the big thing is for me is that you'd be very surprised how many artists get songs from other writers and that they didn't contribute to writing. I think that's a big thing that we're surprised about. I think for me, I want to make it known that these writers, like, this is their emotion. So like I'm going to treat it as if it is my song because essentially like they are trusting me with it. So it's going to be in all of my sets. It's going to be in everything. But what I really think is important right now is highlighting the people behind the song because those aren't the people that are always highlighted. So it will always be in my set. It's going to replace Cruising will always be in the set too, but it's going to replace that end spot where Cruising is right now. It's going to, for a little while. It's going to be that like little last song that you guys hear in every set, which is going to be really exciting. And I'm just so blessed. But yeah, it'll be in all my sets all the time.
That's so awesome. I think it's kind of a, I heard a snippet of it, and I think it's kind of a I want to say like a little bit of a different sound for you, like just a little bit.
It
Like
is.
I can see you in it, but I think it's still just a little bit of a different sound. Did you think that it kind of represented you in some way, or was it,
Yeah.
you know, just like, oh, I think I'll just dive into this and see what I can do with it?
Yeah, so when it comes down to the production of it, I realized that what I was putting out previously was very poppy, in a sense of like it was just like really fun and happy, and I love that because I love that side of me. But I've also taken on the responsibility of also understanding that I also have a sense of maturity as a 23-year-old that I know that a lot of my friends. Like to be completely honest, my friends, you know, don't always step into, and I mean, this is stuff that I've heard from like people that I know, and people that they know, and just people, you know, around me at that age. And I was like, you know what, it's time for me to kind of step into that maturity as a person and as a human and as who I am. And I was like, I think we kind of needed to like take a step away from that poppy and put just a little more organic in it. Like even if it's just making that drum beat sound a little different or a little less MIDI or a little less, I don't know what the proper term is, but just a little more like mellow and down to earth, and just something that really represents who I am. Because I can be a really fun and flirty person, but I can also be a super like hype person, like really hype person. But I can also be a super emotional person. And I remember like a few weeks ago, I was doing an artist consultation with one of my artists for Cloud9. And I literally started crying in the middle of the consultation because I was getting so emotional about things. And I was like, I know I can be an emotional person. So like, especially with this next set of upcoming songs, it's going to be a lot of like, who am I truly as a person and like sinking into that. So like you said, yeah, it's definitely a little more different than what I put out in the past, but it's definitely more of who I am as a person.
That's awesome. So do you think you're kind of finding yourself as an artist a little bit more?
Yeah, so that's kind of what I've taken all of like quarantine to do is like look at myself as an artist and like kind of go into the personal branding aspect of like, okay, who do I want to be and what do I want to portray as an artist? Like right now we're in a lot of like political craziness, right? And I feel my job as an artist is to like allow people to step out of that political craziness no matter what's going on. And I know a lot of people notice and they ask, well, why don't you say your stance on this? Well, why? I do not feel as an artist, and other artists have opinions, and that's totally cool. I'm totally fine. I'm not against it. This is just me. I feel that as an artist, my stance in life is to take the listener out of that and not like make it so that they don't have to think about that for 3 minutes of their life, or if it's a concert for 3 hours or 2 hours, or however long. My job as an artist is to take people out of that. It's also, I also feel though it is important to teach lessons, and it's important to take them on my journey of being a human. So my music and what I've been trying to figure out is how do I do that in a way that makes sense to me, but also makes sense to the people at home and my listeners and my audience and my family and my friends. And it's just been a lot of finding myself at a young age, you know?
Yeah. And has quarantine helped with that at all? Of you trying to get into that space of where you want to be and where you're going, and a little bit more focus, or can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's been a huge. I am so blessed that we were forced to quarantine. I
Right.
cannot express and I know people are having really different hits to it. I've had my hits with it, but I cannot tell you how much of a setback it would have been if I hadn't gone through quarantine. If
Yeah.
I hadn't sat with myself and said, okay, Liz, how are you feeling? Are you upset? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you depressed? Are you anxious? Is your ADHD really pissing you off right now? Like,
Right.
if I hadn't sat with myself, I would not be the artist that I am in this very moment. And
Yeah.
I am like, I have to say, I am so proud of what I've become. It's like, it's insane. It's something that I have never been able to say about myself. But
That's
like, I have to say,
amazing.
I'm continuing to improve. But as of right now, I'm still able to say I'm proud of who I am right now.
Yeah.
And that's like a cool feeling. So quarantine has 110% helped me become the artist and the person that I wanted to be.
That's so amazing. And can you give us just before we get into the song, can you give us just like a little bit about maybe some, because you have your own business too, Cloud9, right? And so can you give anybody who's watching this, I know we have some young people and some aspiring musicians and things. So can you give them just a little bit about kind of your journey and maybe just a quick synopsis? I know the last time you went in kind of deep, but just a quick thing and maybe some advice.
Yeah. So essentially, really quick, I moved to a new town my senior year of high school. I found a vocal coach that really helped me get into the industry. Before that, I had zero aspect of this industry. I had no clue what was going on. Didn't even know there was industry to build up in. Like, had no clue that. I thought it was either you're a broke musician or you're Taylor Swift. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was opened up to this world of an industry where I could grow a business as an artist, and I could make money, and I could have fans, and I could travel. And I got into that as fast as I could. I tried to connect with everyone in my local music scene as fast as I could. I said yes to opportunities that were free opportunities all the time, whether it was doing a quick 15-minute opening set, whether it was helping with tickets at the door, selling merchandise. I said yes to everything. And then I took a big leap of faith, and some people believed in me, and I moved down to Nashville. And I thought that was the best decision for myself about 2.5 years in. And then I had the opportunity to open for a bunch of incredible artists on my personal tour that had 3 major festivals in it, which was really exciting. Taste of Country Music Festival, Country Jam Colorado, Country Jam Montana, and that also just lifted my career to like crazy new heights. And I've released 7 songs prior to the one that I'm having putting on Friday, and really it's been just a journey about like it's funny because my music is slowly putting my life together. So that's essentially just a little bit about my journey, just a quick synopsis. And I think the biggest piece of advice that I have is just like the fact that and I think I talked about this last time, that you are 1 in 400 trillion on this earth, and like we get this opportunity. Like, take it, do everything you want in life. Like, here's the thing, is that like, not that I want to end up here, and I don't expect to end up here. I expect to stay floating. But if I ever, I don't have much money right now. Like, I put everything towards music. I think my bank account reads $50 at the moment, which is why we push you guys to get merchandise, to be completely honest with you. We're being very, very forward. That's why, yes, get yourself a hat. $20 for the weekend. Get me to my venue. But essentially, like, if I was broke and was like living on like back in my parents' house or living out of my car, I'd still be the happiest human alive, because I do music, right? Like, just do what's going to make you happy in life. Be responsible about the decisions, but like do what makes you happy, because you only live this once, and at the end of the day, we all end up at the same place, and that's cool. But like, make an impact on this earth. If I have one piece of advice for aspiring artists or anyone who is aspiring to do something that they feel is bigger than themselves, just go do it. The worst that can happen is that a few mistakes are made, you learn from them, and you move forward. Really, that's it. Like, I cannot express that enough. I could go into that all night, but I'm not going to. So, but that's the biggest piece of advice that I have, is just do it. Just go do it. Like, whatever you want to do, just do it.
And that's what I love about you, and what when we first met, like, you just have this way of just really being encouraging and positive. and it just beams through, you know, in how you talk and how your music, even how you sing. It's amazing
Thank
to
you.
me. And
Thank you.
it's kind of why I asked it, because I love how you were just like, do it, you know.
I can, oh my God, it's so crazy. And I always tell people this crazy story. I'm always like, there was this tiny chance that I had to reach out to that vocal coach, this tiny slot, this
Yeah.
tiny little slot. And if I missed that slot, I wouldn't be here. So if you have a slot to do something, take the slot and just do it.
Yeah. I love it so much. I just love you, Fred. You're just such like an inspiration to people, and
Thank you.
you have such an awesome like soul and heart for music and other people, and you're such a good role model for a lot of people. So
Oh my gosh, every time someone says that, I think I'm like amazed in the same way every single time. I don't know, like, I don't know why or how, but thank you. Thank you so much.
why? Because you're amazing and you're awesome. If you weren't, I would not say that in public.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Aw, we love you too, Tracy.
Yes, Tracy. She's so awesome. She just released a new EP.
She did.
Can
Yeah.
you, what's the EP called? I'm like losing it.
Smoke and Mirrors.
Smoke and Mirrors, that's right. It's the name of the track. I was gonna say it and I was like, no, that's not it. That was it. And she had her EP release party like last week and absolutely killed it. I had the honor of opening up in the writers round. Such a fun time. So if you guys go check out Tracy, if you're on here watching right now, go check her out. She's amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing. We've had her on a couple of times. She's awesome. But you know, back to you. We love you, Tracy. But if you want, you're more than welcome to share your song now. I wasn't sure if you were planning on singing it or not, but
I can sing it.
yay!
I have only sung this a handful of times.
You know what's funny, Alyssa, is that I was gonna come down for her thing too, and from Seattle, and I was gonna come down to her
the party.
Oh, the party, yeah. And then you know, life got in the way, and I couldn't go. I was so sad because I really.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
I would have got a super. I could have seen you too.
Right, I know. You would have like yes. 2 birds, 1 stone, 100%. Okay. So before I go into this, I just want to put this out there. I am really pushing pre-orders for iTunes right now because we are trying to chart this song. It deserves to be charted. It needs to be charted. The writers on it are so killer, and they deserve amazing success in this industry. So we are trying to chart it. So if you have 99 cents, you can head over to the iTunes app. Unfortunately, the link for it is all messed up. But head over to the iTunes app. It's the purple one with the white star. It's not the Apple Music app. And just search Alyssa Coulter Alone With You. Pre-order for 99 cents, and then also send like 5 friends to pre-order. And that would be super appreciated so we can try to get this thing charted on Friday.
I agree.
All right,
yes,
here we go.
Yes, you should, Tracy.
Yes.
It's like, I'm going to come to Seattle.
I saw that, yes.
Bring Alyssa with you.
I know, field trip, I'm here for it. All right, here we go. So right up the elevator, 60 floors later, turning my key in the door, yeah, been here before. Nothing left out on the counter but a vase of flowers that I bought for myself, cause I like how they smell. I know me well. Sometimes I wanna be alone. Sometimes I'm better on my own. Hearing the noise from the downtown street, watching the boys from the balconies. Sometimes I like about myself. Sometimes I don't need no one else. Sipping some red, doing music, making a mess like I don't give up. Tonight I wish this bottle of wine had 2 glasses. Wish I had somebody to dance with, somebody to say goodnight to. Yeah, I won't give in, but to tell you the truth, I'd rather be alone with you. And I wonder what you're doing right now. Did Did you put your phone down? Cause I sent you a text, but you haven't got back yet. And if you're thinking about driving over, just come over. Come over. Sometimes I wanna be alone. Sometimes I'm better on my own. Hearing the noise from the downtown street, watching the boys from the balconies. Sometimes I like it by myself. Sometimes I don't need no one else. Sit on some red to the music out, making a mess like I don't give a. But tonight I wish a bottle of wine had 2 glasses. Wish I had somebody to dance with, somebody to say goodnight to. Yeah, I'm okay being alone, but to tell you the truth, I'd rather be alone with you. I'd rather be alone with you. Sometimes I wanna be alone. Sometimes I'm better on my own. Hearing the noise from the downtown street, watching the boys from the balconies. Sometimes I like it down myself. Sometimes I don't need no one else. Sip on some red and turn the music on. A mess like I don't give up. Tonight I just bottle of wine, had 2 glasses. Wish I had somebody to dance with, somebody to say goodnight to. Yeah, I'm okay being alone, but to tell you the truth, I'd rather be alone with you. I'd rather be alone with you. I'd rather be alone with you.
Yeah. This is the first time I've heard all the way through, and I love it. Oh,
Thank
such
you.
a good song.
Thank you.
I agree, man. Everybody's kind of been saying it's a hit, and I agree, man. This song is gonna get huge.
Oh my gosh, y'all keep putting those feels out there, because I'm like, let's go, let's freaking go.
Yeah. Hi, Stacey. Yeah,
Hi, Stacey.
those lyrics are amazing, friend. I mean, you picked a good one.
Thank you. I am so honored and so excited, and I'm just every day gets closer. I remember like a month ago, I would like think about like getting closer to not even the release date, but like the campaign. And every time I think about it, my like stomach dropped, and I'd be like it was like this like weird, and then I'd get like these weird instinctual feelings about it just being really good. And like everyone's reaction so far has been like so loving and so amazing, and I just feel so blessed to just have this opportunity. So thank you.
I love it. Thank you for coming on and sharing it with us. And friend, I hope, and for the writer's sake and for your sake, that it hits and it charts, because it's a beautiful song.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And you sing it so beautifully.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
For those that are asking, this is my dog Lily. She's 6 months old.
She is freaking adorable. I want your dog.
This is actually like the best she's been, only because I have treats and I'm like literally treating.
We know how that goes. We know how that goes.
Or else she would be all over the place. Anybody who's been on the show before knows that she can go like crazy.
Yes.
So I'm cheating.
Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to.
Well, friend, I just love you. I'm so excited for you, and we're happy for you, and I just hope it charts, because it's such a good song, and I'm just so excited to hear it, like as a production, and what you've done with it, and all your special sauce on top of it.
Thank you. One more time, like just to put it out there, y'all, we are trying to chart on iTunes this Friday. If you have iTunes, please head over to the app, search Alyssa Coulter Alone With You, and download for 99 cents. That'd be so helpful. These songwriters deserve it. I'm excited. My producers, Justin Wands, has done an incredible job on it, and he deserves it. The whole team that's backed this deserves it, for real.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody, please go. If you don't know who Alyssa is, please go and follow her. She's a friend of the show. She's been on a couple of times before, and we just love her, and she deserves all the love and all the support. And just go help her with this song, and be sure to You know, let's help it chart, guys. Come on, let's get her up there.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Deserves
Thank you
it
so much for
all.
having me.
Of course, my friend. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Thank you to Tracy and to Stacy, everybody. Oh, they rhyme. That's hilarious. It's totally not on purpose. To everybody else, I see so many other people on here that are really just so supportive and loving of Alyssa. So thank you for coming on and seeing.
Thank you,
And
guys.
yeah, we appreciate you all. And I say good night, everybody.
Good night,
Bye,
everyone.
friend.
Bye.